Hello everyone, it's Maha again. I'm back for part 3 of Maha's Picks, and in this video I have the pleasure of introducing you to a really gorgeous deck that I'm falling in love with. It's the Stone Circle Oracle deck, Transformation Through Meditation by Sophia Kelly Shultz. Really stunning, not only stunning deck, but just such a great tool to have. I want to take you through this deck step by step. I'll show you the book after I introduce it now and talk about it and show you some of my favorite cards. And then at the end, I'm going to show you just a tour of all the cards. I tried to get better lighting so that you can just see how the cards really look, because the colors in this and the images are just stunning, and the texture and everything you'll see in a moment. So the book itself is really great. This is the book. By the way, I didn't say something important, which is this is by Schiffer. So you've got this like beautiful box with a ribbon, you know, one of those ones that's very similar to Mary L. Opens up like this. Got the hard box, so this is a box that you can keep for sure. So I chose this deck specifically for the month of October because it is a deck that it's more meant to be for individual work, it is a meditation deck, but you can absolutely, she says also, use it for readings and use it with others. It's not just meant to be for you, but it is a deck that you can really personally connect with. And I personally really connect with this deck. I mean, I had my eye on it for months, and I got this deck a couple of months ago. And it's strange because sometimes there are certain decks that become very popular, but there are others that nobody's ever even heard of. And this is one of those, and I don't know why that happens. That's very interesting. I think sometimes there's certain hype about some decks and not others. So I wanted to just tell you how this is organized. I will show you the book like much more in detail, because I think it's important to look at the book to really understand the deck and where the ideas come from. And so Sophia Kelly Shultz was inspired by this area located at 4 Quarters at Allegheny Mountains of south central Pennsylvania. And she discovered this through a meditation retreat she went on, and there were some, like a site, there was a site of big stones. And she was really inspired by these stones. They called to her. So she spent time with them, she meditated with them, and she sketched them, drew them, and came up with this idea for this 45 card deck. So the cards, the deck itself is organized in 3 suits. So you'll see those in a moment more closely. And the suits are self-awareness, cycles, and forces of nature. The images that she's represented are drawn from the landscape itself, so the stones themselves, and then her own insights and ideas behind them. And for the last suit, the suit of forces of nature, she's illustrated deities from Egyptian, ancient Greek, and Afro-Caribbean. And so you get to see her interpretation of these deities, and in the images, she starts every suit, one of every 3 suits, starts with a mother stone. The mother stone she talks about is the stone with a hole in the middle. This is one of them for the first suit of self-awareness. And she talks about the symbolism of the stone with a hole in the middle. That's another mother stone, and this is the other one. And then the last card is a father stone. I'm just quickly showing you the cards now, but I'll show you the cards better later. So when I first saw this deck, the one word that came to me was raw. I think the cards, the images are very raw. And what I mean by that is that they are not perfectly rendered images. They're more sketchy, like looking into the artist's sketchbook or really looking at the works that you could think that maybe it's not finished. But that's the beauty of the images to me. And in fact, when I read the book, it has the same feel to it as the images. So, which makes sense because as a human being, as a person, when you make something, it's all coming from you. So the artwork and the writing is really no different. That's what's cool about a deck that's both written and illustrated by one person, because it really has her voice, and her writing style is very, very open. She's not afraid to say what she wants, and yet she doesn't offend anybody. It's just her viewpoints. I really resonated with how she talks in the book, and I really love the images. So I'm going to show you some of them as samples. This is the Oracle. I love how she wears an evil eye necklace. I love the detail that she shows, that the artist shows in the images, even though, like I said, it is kind of sketchy or maybe looking unfinished. They are mostly watercolor, which I love. I love the transparent qualities of some of them. This is called Pause. But not all of them are transparent. A lot of them are also a mix. This is Solstice Stones, very peaceful image. I love that one. Bless the Animals. I like this. It's very interesting because there's the animals that are represented here, which is really hard to see. They're kind of in her hair. She's supposed to represent Gaia. The animals remind me of Persian carpet designs, or actually the scarf that I'm wearing. Kind of those like paisley designs. They're drawn like that. So you see a lot of different, I think, influence in her artwork. Phoenix Emergent. I love the phoenix. I love what it represents. And I love how she's illustrated it. The Green Man card is very nice. It's very detailed. So this deck is really nice to work on your own. I chose it because, I mean, to me, October is really about going within, because, well, October to me is really the beginning of fall. I can see everything changing. I can see nature changing. Nature is transforming. So it's clear to me. I can see it visually and I can feel it. And I love fall in a different sense than summer. Summer to me is more about going out, being out in the sun and doing things. And then fall is more about going within. This is Wise Woman. And I'm going to stop in the book and read you something about this card. This is a really beautiful card. I love it. I like how she's written about it too. So I chose this deck because it's a meditation deck, and I also talked about in part 1, part 2, I talked about Scorpio and how I wanted to focus on Scorpio for the month of October. And so Scorpio is all about transformation, which is interesting because this card has a title of transformation in it. So this is beautiful. Look at the feathers that extend from her hair. Beautiful. I rise up. This one is Spider. I don't know, I just love this card. I love it. I like the spider web, how it looks like there's rain droplets on it. And I apologize that you can't really see it as well as I can right now because of the lighting, but I will show you at the end in better lighting, like I said. So I just wanted to quickly say something. I saw a spider web yesterday. I'm obsessed with spider webs. I just think they're just so structurally perfect, and I love that craftsmanship and the wisdom and the patience that spiders have to make that beautiful, intricate, amazing, symmetrical design. So yesterday I was sitting in my car and I saw in the corner of my eye, I saw a spider web in a tree. And because it was a sunny day, the sun was shining directly on the spider web, and the strings of the web, every single string had a rainbow on it. It had a very cool optical illusion effect that all the rainbows were separated. It was like shining through they were all kind of moving along with the wind swing, because it was a little bit of wind, and the wind was moving the spider web just gently, and it looked like wedges of glass or crystal and rainbow on it. Oh, it was just amazing. Like, spider webs are amazing to me. Just wanted to share that with you because it was gorgeous. You just had to see it. Visually, it was so amazing. This is Oshun, one of the goddess images. I love Oshun. She's so regal and sensual. And I love this representation of her. Oh, I love this one, Centella, Afro-Caribbean. Look at the movement and the colors in here, so intense. I just want to show a close-up of the back again. So those are some of the cards. Do I have any more? No, but I'm going to show you all the 45 cards. So I feel like I want to say more about this deck. I just can't say enough. I'm using it this month, just getting into it. And I've used it already for some daily draws, and I've used the meditation book with it. So let's go ahead and look at the book. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the Stone Circle Oracle deck book. Beautiful book and very nice. So first you've got the table of contents, and all the cards are here. And so, like I said, there's 3 suits, and each suit has a title. And here you see all the cards with the title. So self-awareness is the first suit, and you've got a little bit of intro, which you'll see. Cards number 1 to 10, self-awareness. Cycles is the next suit from card 11 to 23. Then you've got forces of nature from card 24 to 45. And then you got a nice foreword here. I really enjoyed reading the foreword section. She tells you where she came up with the inspiration for this deck, and talks about the site where she visited, where the stones are, and just her story and the inspiration behind the deck. It's really beautifully written. It's nice to know where the ideas come from and how she was inspired. Then about the imagery of this deck, and then she talks about working or how to use this oracle deck and journal. And here she recommends you work with each suit in order that they appear. She recommends this because she finds that it's most effective in these 3 suits that presented in this way. So working with self-awareness, cycles, and forces of nature. It says here, each suit has its own internal organization, and I recommend that your initial exploration of the oracle be in the stated order. That's her recommendation. So this is the process where she feels that you can get to know the deck before you start doing past, present, future reads, or any other reads for other people, or using this oracle deck in groups. So then you have the intro for the first suit, which is self-awareness. And I love the way she writes. Like I said, just very unrestrained, saying what she feels from her own heart without worrying about how it may sound. And then, okay, so you've got all the cards. Now, the first cards for each suit, as I said before, starts with Mother Stone. So you got the image there on top, left right-hand corner. Then you got a paragraph just to kind of allow you to explore the card and set a scene for the meditation. You've got a keyword, here is focus. Then you got some little other keywords for getting into the card idea. So this one says, the first look at the whole picture, seeing one's totality, cast aside distractions, the truth is before us, avoid tunnel vision, focus while remaining aware. Then she talks about focus and why she feels it's important and gives you some inspiration and for you to start the meditation. So it's not a guided meditation. There isn't any rituals, anything you specifically have to do. She just gives you a little bit of guidance and of the idea, and then you work through it on your own. Then you got all those cards for that suit. Then you go into the cycles, which is the next suit. Same thing. She talks about the suit, and the cards are here. Oh, I wanted to stop right here and just quickly bring your attention to her writing style and what I was talking about, how she writes and in a very raw form. So I showed you this card before. It's one of my favorite. Wise woman. The keywords are, you don't choose your totem chooses you. So it starts like this. These days you will hear the term totem bandied about a great deal. It's easy to find totem necklaces and charms, paintings of totem animals, and people proudly displaying their totem tattoos. You will encounter people who go by magical names. She puts these in quotation marks, quote unquote, magical names such as wolf, eagle, or bear. But everyone, I'm just skipping, but everyone can be, for example, not everyone can be, for example, a wolf. We may be drawn to wolves, but this does not mean that we have wolf as our totem. You must abandon your preconceptions that you might have concerning how one, quote unquote, gets a totem animal. You don't choose your totem, it chooses you. A little sample for you as a teaser. Then we got all the cards again here, and then we go to the next suit. Forces of nature. And that same idea again, all throughout till the end. And there are 112 pages, and as you see, there are no really extra pictures. I mean, extra pages, blank pages, so everything is filled. There you go. I hope you enjoy this tour that I'm going to give you next. So we'll have a quick look at all the cards now. All right, so I'm going to give you a tour of these beautiful cards. I've got it spread out all on my table here, like a gallery exhibition style. The first line I've got right here in the front is the first suit, the suit of self-awareness. You got the Mother Eye Stone, start off with that one, and we'll go ahead and look at all the 10 cards. You got cards like Pause, Oracle, Paint Me, those Solstice Stones, Morning Light, Ganesh, Goddess Face, Protector, and the last one is Divine Sophia. Then we'll go over here to the suit of cycles. Again, we start with a Mother Stone. Card number 11. Go down here. Just giving you a look of all the beautiful imagery. Fallen Muse, this one. I like this one, the Guardians. The stones are guarding this person sleeping down here, protective. Newly Risen. Then we go up here again to card number 24. Mother Stone Waits. Then you've got card number 25 to 45. Fagus, Celtic God. So these are all the gods and goddess archetypes and animal totems. Bless the animals, eagle, set. This is Madame Pele. Here. Yamaya. Raven. Obatala. Athena. Diana. Nephthys and Isis. Thoth. Oshun. Alugwa. Hecate. Hecate. Anubis. Hades and Persephone. And the last card, card number 45, is Father Stone. So all the cards begin with Mother Stone and end with Father Stone. Look at the reflection of light on the tree and on the stone. Isn't that beautiful? So here we had it, a display of all the cards. I hope you enjoyed my Mahas picks for October, and I hope you're going to check out this deck if you're interested. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.